What's happening, YouTube? Klyle2010 at his second defense as an Elite 4 for the PokeLadder forums. Let's get this going. I lead off with my anti-lead Weavile, and my opponent leads off with Glyscore. He immediately goes out to Scissor, and my dumbass stays in with Weavile. So now what I've actually done for myself is give my opponent a +1 where moves are concerned, as he U-turns out to see what counter I will bring in for Scissor. And he goes out to Clefable. I'm gonna switch out because I don't want Clefable paralyzing or poisoning my Rotom. I go out to what do you call it, Fortress, because I don't mind it being paralyzed and he can't get poisoned. And he goes out to Glyscore as I set up Stealth Rock. So we're pretty much even where moves are concerned. I got my my +1 back, and we're pretty much fine. I go for the Flamethrower as opposed to immediately going for the Draco Meteor, being that when Menses come in and when Latias come in, a lot of people like to automatically do Draco Meteor, so I wasn't sure if you might predict that and go like out to something like Metagross or something like that to take the Draco Meteor. So I initially did Flamethrower, and then following Flamethrower I did Draco Meteor, but on the oncoming switch to Dusknoir it missed, and that was a key play for later on, as you guys will see later on. I really struggled with this Dusknoir because of that. So I switch into Roserade, get the spikes off. I don't mind it having Will-O-Wisp, you know, damage from it. But unfortunately for me, he does pack Fire Punch, and that's gonna 2-hit KO me at best. So I'm thinking I could just probably just like stay in and rest, being that he does pack Will-O-Wisp, and it probably make sense that I do want to save my Roserade. So I was thinking that he might want to go and do Will-O-Wisp, but he goes for a secondary Fire Punch, and it scares me away. And the way he's playing is going to make me think that he's going to go for another Fire Punch, and he does. And I know he has Will-O-Wisp, so I'm just going to go for the Outrage anyway. You know, maybe I might get lucky, maybe Will-O-Wisp might just miss or whatever. But I'm just thinking that, you know, I can't really do too much, so I have to kind of blow one Pokemon where that is concerned, all because my Draco Meteor missed. And that really did kind of blow for me, so I get ×2 burn, and I'm just gonna have to stay in with Salamence. He's gonna get 2 times recovery as he does Shadow Sneak to finish me off, and that's the end of my Salamence. Sorry, dude. So I'm gonna bring in Fortress because I'm testing out how much payback does, but this is not exactly the best time to be doing that, because I've never necessarily done payback to a Dusknoir before. I've always done it to like Gengars and Rotoms and stuff like that, and at that HP it would have all hit KO'd. And being that I do have Okaberry, I'm not really afraid of like Fire Punch, especially on the physical side. So I know he's gonna do a status move. I'm sorry, not the only status move that it has. I know he's gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp, and so I go to Starmie because it has Natural Cure, obviously. But he's gonna Shadow Sneak, and I'm just gonna try to put the end to this misery of this Dusknoir. Like, his HP has been like fluctuating between green and red, so I'm gonna try to end this thing once and for all. I know Shadow Sneak is gonna finish me off, so I'm just gonna go out to I'm sorry, not to Dusknoir. I don't even have a Dusknoir on my team. I'm just gonna go out to Roserade to take it handily, and he's gonna withdraw and go back to Shinobi. And in the back of my mind, I was like, I knew it. I should have did HP Fire, and I did not act on my own prediction, which kind of blows for me though. But he was probably thinking with Scissor that maybe he was thinking that I didn't pack HP Fire and stayed in. A lot of Roserades, you know, commonly do now, but I'm pretty sure that he went for the U-turn there. But it didn't really matter for him because he has like Togekiss. He goes for the Extreme Speed and it misses, telling me that it's a Choice Banded Hustle variation of Togekiss. So he's gonna switch on the same turn, knowing that I have, you know, Rotom, and I'm gonna just go for the obvious here, and he's going to go for the Shadow Sneak, I believe, as I go out to Roserade. Is that what he does? Yes, he does. And is Shadow Sneak able to 2-hit KO my Roserade? No, thanks to leftovers, it's not. So that's gonna be one problem off my back where Dusknoir is concerned. I really wouldn't have went through all that trouble, and I'm really trying to rapid spin his entry hazards, his Stealth Rock off, but that Draco Meteor miss really messed with my gameplay. So I'm just gonna go for the hidden power fire, sacrifice Roserade in order to, I did not really expect to go first, being that this is a special defensive variation, and that tells me that his Togekiss is kind of like physical or special defensive, has some special defensive investments, not really necessarily a 252 set. I finally rapid spin his entry hazards off, and that works great for me, as my Starmie is able to come in and finish the Togekiss off, as it cannot switch back in because of my entry hazards. So if you guys notice, like, I'm kind of catching the code. So I go into to Clefable, and I do Hydro Pump as it finishes me off with Seismic Toss, because I know I have Weavile, and with where Weavile is concerned, I don't have Low Kick. I pack Brick Breaks just in case, for screeners and stuff like that. I go for the trick, as my opponent goes out for Toxic. I only have Rotom and Weavile left where this is concerned, so I have to play cautiously. I'm gonna stay in and try to Shadow Ball, thinking that he might switch, being that he's stuck at Toxic. So now he's not gonna switch. I'm gonna go for the Discharge, and Discharge I believe will probably 2 or 3 hit KO at best where this is concerned. I'm still like in the green, so I'm pretty good. He withdraws, and I didn't know what he was gonna withdraw to. If I knew it was Gliscor, I would have did Shadow Ball, but being that he has another Pokemon that I have not seen yet, I just play it safe and go for the Will-O-Wisp, and that turns out to work pretty well for me. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, like, I'm probably slower than this Gliscor anyway. I should probably switch while I have the chance, but I didn't act on that anyway. And he goes to the Roost, and the Toxic is going to hit KO me. And I have Weavile left, but thankfully it's not Toxicated. It doesn't have the Toxic status, and I still have my Focus Sash thanks to me spinning off the Stealth Rock, and that's kind of what I wanted. So he withdraws. I go for the Ice Shard just to be safe, because I know at best that Ice Shard is going to two-hit KO the Clefable anyhow. So yeah, that's what it does, and depending on what his last Pokemon is, I'll pretty much clinch the game. So his last Pokemon happens to be a Raikou. I don't have Low Kick. I'm not too sure if Low Kick will do more damage where that is concerned, being that I do not pack Ice Punch. So it's the best thing to do. He packs Signal Beam out of all things to carry. So it's super effective, and it's gonna 2-hit KO me, and the leftovers is going to ensure that he survives my Brick Break by like about a few HP. So that was definitely a good game. Good luck with the rest of the league, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. See you guys later.